He relegated theology to a mere social science among many other social sciences, which could all be used to advance the cause of Marxism.
How am I going to love my neighbor as myself?
You may be familiar with the Serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. But you may not know that the person who created that prayer, he was a theologian as well as a philosopher. Also, he was a professor at the University of Columbia. Now, at the time he was a professor at the University of Columbia, there was a heavy influence of Marxism. Check this out.
You have spent years as a theological professor dealing with problems of the church. What is the church in America able to do at this point?
Another proponent was Reinhold Niebuhr.
As far as the church is concerned, I think we have to admit, first of all, that we have miserably failed.
His name is Reinhold Niebuhr.
We have a worldwide potential community which can't be actualized. Everybody can interpret the will of God as he sees fit.
Niebuhr fully embraced Marxism by 1928 and was a professor at Columbia University, which by this time was already infiltrated by the Marxists. He relegated theology to a mere social science among many other social sciences, which could all be used to advance the cause of Marxism.
How am I going to love my neighbor as myself? I need every kind of historical and social science in order to know about the laws of community on this level, on that level.
Tacticians they are, Marxists simply resolved to utilize this approach more as the 20th century advanced. Communists began infiltrating Protestant and Catholic seminaries and churches, not only in America, but around the world.
So I asked the question, was there Marxist influence at the University of Columbia during the time when Reinhold Niebuhr was a professor there? And this is what it says. It says, yes, there was significant Marxist influence at Columbia University and across its affiliated institutions during the time the influential theologian and philosopher Reinhold Niebuhr was teaching. And then it says, Niebuhr taught at the nearby Union Theological Seminary, closely affiliated with Columbia, from 1928 to 1960. During the early 1930s, he identified as a Marxist. He used Marxist jargon and frameworks to critique capitalism, though he eventually rejected communism later in life to formulate Christian realism. So I want to read this part as well. It's also connected with it, but it says, the rise of critical theory. In 1934, members of the Frankfurt School, so that's from Germany, including Herbert Marcuse, remember that name, Herbert Marcuse, relocated to Columbia University. There they built upon orthodox Marxism to develop critical theory, drastically influencing the academic and cultural landscape. So remember that name, like I said, Herbert Marcuse. It will be coming up later on at a different time.